Now we're welcomed back by Sean McGeough, head of Airbus Corporate Jets for North America. Sean, thank you for joining us here today on the set of Straight and Level live at the NBAA static display here in Orlando, Florida. I've also got Danny Brigham with me. Danny, thank you for being here as well. We do appreciate you making the time. Sean, it's great to see you again. Last year when we were talking, you had just taken the first ACJ 220 to the completion center. And give us a little update on that program and where Airbus Corporate Jets is today.
Yeah, well, great to be back. I enjoyed our conversation last year, and a lot has changed over the course of the year. We did deliver our first 220 to Comlux, who will do the first 15 completions for us. Very pleased to say the airplane's progressing very nicely. It should be done early first quarter of next year, and it'll go to the customer in Dubai. So we're all very excited to see that airplane get delivered and in the hands of a customer that's excited to get their airplane.
Is this one of the ones that has the custom interior in it that you had developed last year with the head of design, where they had really gone and done the new style interior with all of the upgrades and fit and finishes that Airbus Corporate Jets is known for?
Well, every ACJ has a bespoke. I mean, we really pride ourselves in the quality, the fit and finish of our interiors. We have over 210 ACJs flying around the world. But where the 220 is different, for the first time, we've decided to price the airplane in the same segment as the ultra long range business jet. So for the same price, you get essentially an intercontinental airplane that flies 12 hours. You get twice the cabin, literally square footage is twice of what you would see on an ultra long range. And then the airline pedigree, you get significantly lower operating costs. So it's an exciting place for us to be right now, especially what we're seeing in the market and the corporates that I'm speaking to. And a recent survey that Airbus Corporate Jets did, we surveyed 200 senior executives in companies worth 500 million or more. And of those executives, 90% of those customers and those executives that have airplanes want to replace them in the next 5 years. So we feel like we're very well positioned with the 220 because, again, it's priced the same as an ultra long range jet, it operates for less, and it's all about the cabin. So it's really the square footage inside this airplane, which all ACJs are known for.
The bizliner aspect of this aircraft, when you're repositioning it versus an ultra long range airplane, that significantly opens up the total market for these aircraft. So as you think about the future and positioning Airbus Corporate Jets in North America and around the world, do you see this industry, this airplane, as being the entree to joining the ranks of the Gulfstreams and the Bombardiers of the ultra long range market?
Yeah, that's a great question. This airplane, I think, will be a supplement to some aircraft fleets, and in some cases it will replace some of the other ultra long ranges. The way we're looking at the market right now is we're new. We've gotten a lot of positive reaction. We have our first airplane delivering to North America on the West Coast in 24. Our backlog is as strong as all the other ultra long range business jets. And I think as time goes on, just watch the space.
So when I get out my checkbook, when's the soonest I can get one?
You can get one in 2025 right now.
2025.
The end of 2025.
So effectively you've taken a bizliner cabin and you've made it affordable to compete with the ultra long range, the 650 ERs and the Global 7500s. You've made it affordable to be able to compete with those ultra long range aircraft.
Exactly right.
Wow, that's incredible. Well, Danny?
Yeah, I think this is amazing aircraft you're coming out with. So everybody talks about sustainability now, and everybody knows how much fuel these big jets go, but you, your aircraft actually have greatly increased in efficiency in the last year or so. So how is that affecting your market and the higher prices of fuel's going through the roof? How does that stack up against, say, the other biz jet in the community?
Yeah, if you take the 220 for example, Danny, it's a clean sheet design. So it's the latest generation of engines, avionics, alloys, composites. So when you look at our sustainability approach, it's really threefold. One, we invest a lot in how do we approach our manufacturing facilities? How do we make them more green? We invest a lot in that. Two, right now, 50% of all Airbus products use sustainable aviation fuel. And the goal is to have 100% of those products by 2030. and we'll be the first company by 2035 to have a zero emission airplane. And again, we'll be leaders in that space. And then the last piece is, we want to be net zero like the whole sector by 2050. So we invest a lot in electric and in hydrogen. And we've been really leaders in this space for the last 10 years.
And I noticed your avionics packages are just stellar. So you have exact same approach capabilities of any commercial airline in the world. So you're not worried about, you can get right in there when the weather's a little dicey and do it safely. And so that's going to save you a lot of fuel. You're not up there holding, waiting for things to get better. So yeah, I mean, it's a full airliner capability, and it just is ridiculously luxurious, huge interior. I was just looking at some of your interiors earlier today, and I'm like, oh my goodness, just beautiful things, just beautiful equipment.
And I know your background, Danny, is American Airlines, and as you may know, the 220 commercial variant just surpassed 1 million hours of flight time, which is amazing. So when we introduce the 220 to the market here first quarter of next year, we have an airplane very mature. And to your point, the airplane has steep approach, so it can get in and out of airports like London City. It actually has better performance than the ultra long range jets, even though it's a heavier airplane. So it's a phenomenal performer, and you're correct with the avionics suite. It's very well equipped, and pilots just love flying it, and we're very pleased with that.
I understand that your noise level is much lower than older jets and legacy jets. So some of the little touchier airports where the noise level is an issue, you guys kind of whisper in there and whisper out with not so much of a kerfuffle when you come in.
Yeah, we're stage 4 compliant, and our noise footprint is quieter than the ultra long range jets. And also inside the airplane, we're going to be very quiet. We also have a humidification system, because it's not just about cabin altitude, it's how well the airplane is humidified, because moisture inside the cabin is good. The noise is also important, the light ambiances. We don't spare any expense when it comes to that.
So what's next from Airbus Corporate Jets, Sean? I got to ask you.
We're very excited to be here at the show this year. I got to tell you, there's a lot of principals coming out to see us. We've got a beautiful 320 on display. Very bullish on the future. I think the thing that's really changed this year, Hulsey, than last year when we last spoke, the corporate flyers coming back. When you look at those folks that flew for the first time during the pandemic, almost 40% flew for the first time. So it's all about the first time flyer and the first time buyer. And what we love about our product is we feel like we've got a great opportunity to show our value proposition. Every airplane is a compromise, but we've got an airplane with, quite frankly, the best cabin, intercontinental range, same price, and a lot less to operate. So we like our chances.
John, thank you so much for being here. If you need an Airbus Corporate Jet ACJ 220, better hurry up, because 2025 is the soonest you're going to be able to get one. Thank you for being here today.